Well, joining me for more on this is Astrid Nordin, Professor of Chinese International Relations in the Lau China Institute at King's College London. Astrid, we just heard Frank there talking through some of the impressive bits of kit that we saw on display this morning. What's your reaction to this military parade and this military display from China that we've seen? And what does it reveal in terms of China's position on the world stage?
I think this is first and foremost a display, and of course that display is both for a domestic audience and for an international audience, and Xi Jinping and the Chinese party state want to show both of these audiences that there are many who respect China, that it's well regarded on the international stage, that statesmen flock to show respect to China, and that it has very, very impressive strength with which it can get more of what it wants in world affairs and can hit back if international others, bullies as they are often portrayed in Chinese discussions, try to stop China from becoming strong, rejuvenated and powerful on the world stage.
And Astrid, how will the neighbours in Asia then be seeing what we saw today with this military parade? I'm thinking about South Korea, Japan, and even the island of Taiwan.
Of course, it depends which neighbours we're looking at. Clearly, North Korea is having a field day. South Korea less so. There's a marked difference, as many commentators have noted, between 10 years ago when we saw a South Korean representative in similar events in Beijing, and now instead declining from South Korea to come, and a North Korean next to Xi Jinping on that stage. Taiwan, of course, is a key reason why this display of strength is coming about. The big shift in context here is not the Chinese message. The Chinese message has for a long time been that China needs to be able to protect itself from those who don't want it well, primarily the United States. The difference, I think, is the fertility of the ground in which this message now falls, where many think that the West and the US looks more split and less reliable than it has for a long time. And that's not going amiss in the region either, and there will be many who watch that with concern.
Yeah, Astrid, I do want to ask you about the US. We don't have too much time left, so just briefly, your thoughts on how President Trump will be seeing this. We know he responded on social media saying or implying that China, Russia, North Korea were conspiring against the United States.
Yeah, and of course, many in China have been saying for a long time that there are those in the US who clearly conspire against China. And I think what he says is going to make fairly little difference to the Chinese and those who are there. They know that this is the kind of rhetoric that's going to come from Trump. Trump won't like that others are standing up against this, that they are showing unity, strength, and that China is putting a credible and well-weaponized alternative on the table for others to organize around in a context where the US is looking less and less like a credible leader in that space.
Astrid, we'll leave it there, but thanks so much for your thoughts today. Astrid Nordin from the Lau China Institute at King's College.